All right, this is really exciting.
The moment is here.
It's really happening.
Fist bump.
Fist bump.
You guys, the merch is here.
We did it. It's coming.
We literally, we begged. You begged. I cried.
Listen, a lot has happened and we wanted to take our time to get the perfect merch for you. And
we have so many cute things.
I think we nailed it. We have a crew neck. It's got slugs crawling on the front, Trash Tuesday on the back. It's so amazing. It's in a golden yellow.
We have a windbreaker. The banana light pink crop windbreaker is so cute. Like, by the way, it's such a good thing because not everyone has a windbreaker. Nope. So we were like, let's do this. We're into it. And there's postcards and stickers. I'm so happy.
I know. I'm really excited. I feel like we put in the time and effort and we came up with stuff that you guys are really going to like.
Yeah. So you can check out all our new merch at slugfam.com.
Guys, we want to shout out Natalie Ramirez and her Instagram, Natalie Presents. She made all of the cards and...
Thank you so much, Natalie. You made our merch so cool.
And stickers. It's just really very exciting. She did a beautiful job and we're very happy to be working with her.
And we love you guys so much.
Hey, slugs, welcome to Trash Tuesday. What you're going to see later is us getting to the bottom of who on the show is a cuck and who is a regular person. You can see me. There are a lot of laughs. I got Esther real good on this one. She fell to the ground. She has bruised knees for me.
I think I even hugged you.
She hugged me. We had a moment. We had a couple moments. You can come see me live. I've been having the best time on these shows. You can come see me live. In Irvine, California, Naples, Florida, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, Brookfield, Wisconsin, Tampa, Florida, Springfield, Missouri, Washington, D.C., Austin, Texas, and many more. Please go to annieletterman.com/shows. Come see me. It's been unbelievable. Can't wait to meet you.
Hi, you guys. Today is a day. I'm coming to Salt Lake City and Austin and more. Come see me. Get tickets at EstherOnIce.com. I'm so excited to come to all these cities. We've been having so much fun.
We've been having so much fun.
And check out sleepoverbyesther.com for these sweatpants and more.
Okay, here, guys. A second attempt at starting this podcast with a wholesome 10.
You need to hire crisis actors.
Oh my God, that's actually so funny. We should get like little kids dressed in our wigs.
Yes. We need crisis actors.
We're little people, but we might get in trouble for that.
What is today's topic for the first 10 minutes of non-sexual, non-rape talk?
I want to tell you, Brad Williams I saw last night. Okay,
Two very different things, by the way.
This is wholesome because you started with Brad Williams.
I'm wearing these. You can't be wholesome and short. Wow, Khalyla.
And I just want to clarify, rape and sexual are two different topics, okay?
Yes.
And rectual is actually a new thing we'll be talking about later.
It's about your...
Okay, so you saw Brad Williams and you...
rectum.
You saw Brad Williams in your 8-inch platform heels.
Yes, and I felt so guilty. I was like, Brad, I'm so sorry. I was like, I should have gotten you a pair. I failed you.
You know, it's also rude to me, too.
I don't care about your feelings. Do you understand?
And that's what makes me want you even more.
You're child passable. Brad is a grown adult who's little. You look like a small child. I do love Brad. I really... He is such a good... He likes... You don't want to be like a total hack with him, but I've had some good ones with him. Sarah Tiana and her boyfriend were at the Comedy Store the other day and Brad was with them and I went, oh my God, you brought your son. And it was so good.
He's considered a little person?
Yeah.
Okay. Just clarifying that.
I mean, you are actually too, but when I meet people at the meet and greets, I'm always like, oh my God, you're Esther size. I always let them know. That's all they want to know.
How small is
you
Esther?
and Joe Rogan, they're like, how tall? How tall?
Joe is shockingly small.
He's not as short as they think that he is, though.
I think he's
taller than me.
No, he's not,
yes,
Annie. Because you and I are the same height, and when I go in to hug him, he's definitely shorter than me.
I think his neck is thicker than yours.
Oh, his neck is 6 times thicker
It's
than my
weird
waistline.
that his neck is taller than all of us. No, I always, when they had the thing, Joe Rogan is
He's
5'.
not 5'8". He
is.
absolutely not. Because
No,
I'm
he
5'8".
is.
I'm 5'8", and I go, I hug down.
I'm 5. Well, that's because you're a snob. It's not punching down anymore. It's hugging down.
Am I crazy that 5'8" is like tall?
Yeah, 5'8's a great height.
Until I wear, listen, I don't even notice. When I wear these heels, the security guard at the Comedy Store is like tall. Why? Maybe he's the manager now, but he's like really tall. And I came in yesterday. He was like, oh my God. And I was like, you have no power anymore. I don't even trust. I don't feel safe anymore with you. I need to be the security guard now. These heels are like, it's an equalizer.
I love it. Every week there's like a new thing that makes you stronger. Like first it was the sunglasses, which by the way.
Oh my God, you got them too?
Join the team, bitch. And how do you feel? Does your life feel better?
Yeah,
Yes.
dude.
I'm a peasant.
I know.
Am I a peasant?
No, but we have
They're $400.
These were $460, $460. These I
Oh,
got
she
these
got
at
'em ripped off.
Bloomingdale's in the lower
She got
Lower East
that
Side.
Bloomingdale's text. Ooh, a New York purchase.
New York I've wanted these like for 10 years. I've wanted Celine sunglasses for 10 years.
I feel like you wanted your eyes checked for 10 years. And you're like, why can't I ever get the old lady glass? And then you did the expensive version.
But Khalyla, she's rubbing off on me. Are you scared?
I'm so happy.
She's humping my leg. Sorry, I got really excited to deliver that, and it's meaningless.
I thought that was pretty wholesome, the first 10
Compared
minutes.
to, it's like there's skull fucking and then there's the rest of the show.
You don't have to, in the wholesome pin, you don't have to describe what you're not talking about.
Yeah, that's right.
Skull,
wait,
skull making love.
No.
Skull making love.
Yeah, making love to a head, a cranium.
Cranial making love.
Cranial love making.
This is feminism.
It
Okay.
is. We need to get our nails done again. There's no competition left. My jewels have fallen off. This got started to get snagged, and so now it's just.
You don't say a dangling thing.
But it had a good 5 days of no tangle.
I just want to make sure the camera really sees that you have a key dangling.
It's a palm tree, but I like that you think it's a key
Oh, palm tree is cool.
for cocaine.
What?
Key bump. We're gonna get you on some stimulants
No.
next.
No.
Oh boy.
I had the buck has to stop at edibles or it's
Listen,
dude.
the Molly episode's gonna be incredible.
I didn't even tell you guys. I got another tattoo.
Let me see it. This is
And she
amazing.
spelled it wrong.
Is it a
Yeah.
real one?
No, this is another a made to face.
It's so funny that you're gonna get a full body fake tattoo.
Okay, I kind of fucked it up though because so the tattoo is Sunset Boulevard.
It's weird.
The
Annie.
movie,
You
it's
would
my-
think it'd be like the other host, but I was expecting maybe something.
No, that's when we're gonna go together. We'll all get something.
So you got a West Coast tattoo in the East Coast.
I did. I do realize that was maybe weird, but I just
No, it's
wanted
cool.
to get it done. So I got Sunset Boulevard because that's my favorite movie. But then when I came home, Dave was like, "You spelled it wrong. The movie spells it out, but I got BLVD,
It just looks like a street.
like
you
the street." Yeah,
You're like, oh, you're really into the Comedy Store. It's so lame.
that's so
Ew, let's get Comedy Store tattoos on our nipples.
pathetic. Ew.
You guys, I'm wearing the chicken cutlets. Actually, let me just show you.
Those are such a throwback.
But they're very far set.
George is
is
looking
sorry.
down.
As George is exasperated. He
And then, but listen, they're really old. They're so
Dirty.
throw them over
They're
here. Throw 'em
covered
here.
in fuzz.
They're
Is that all?
disgusting, but
Is that all your nipple hair
yes.
sticking to it?
Ow! Finally, saves me. It's so
Wholesome
gross.
10 is not working out for us today, you guys.
Never does.
I think
I
titties
just
are
lost,
wholesome.
you guys. I lost a wholesome 10. I'll tell you that. I'm doing great on my exercising.
I look what I wrote down. Favorite pie. Disney characters.
Favorite pie. We already
Strawberry
know
rhubarb.
It's how many? We are hacks of our own show. We've talked about strawberry rhubarb pie for 12 episodes.
But this time, hold my hand and gaze into my eyes while I say it. It's a wonderful pie. It has the sweetness of the strawberries and the tartness of the rhubarb. And it's better than apple.
Out of us, who's the sweet and the tart? I yell, but you're annoying. So, which is the tart?
Maybe it's the official pie. Okay, I have a pitch.
Name the
Strawberry
podcast.
rhubarb
Strawberry
is the
rhubarb.
official pie of the Trash Tuesday podcasts.
I veto that decision
I
so
like it
quick.
because we're not 90. That's for elderly people.
Then what would it be if we had an official pie?
I mean, something
Things
more
warm
indulgent.
soups. Do you want something things that are easy on your teeth? I feel like this is elderly people food.
I love a key lime.
That's
I love
I like
a couple
key lime
things.
too.
I like. There's this one in Cassell's that they have. It's like a dulce de leche banana Foster thing. That's where
We should have a pie eating contest.
okay.
Guess who's getting their pie in their face? You may have seen us poking his penis last week.
Oh, I have a really random, weird Hawaii update.
Uh-oh.
So Dave is canceling. He's not coming, but he still wants to go. So he's making me go to Hawaii with him next week. And then I'm flying back to LA for like 4 days and going back with you guys.
I still feel a little bit disrespected that I wasn't even invited on that Hawaii trip. Is this all because this is what I love. The reason Esther's able to do it is because Carlos has a new niece or nephew.
He has a
and
nephew.
you allowed him to go home.
Wait.
When I saw him on a plane, I went, Esther let him leave?
Wait, no, he was with me in New York.
And then flew.
He hasn't met his nephew yet.
The flight was just coming back with you, but he was in coach and you were in first?
No, we were together.
Oh, he just didn't put you in it?
No, I know. I took that photo of him. He's cutting me out of the narrative.
Esther, so you're doing 2 Hawaii trips in a span of 2.5 weeks.
That's very Khalyla of you.
That's very me.
I am becoming you. It's also very me, but let me explain. Like, I'm super into going somewhere. Like, I'm super into taking a flight that like is kind of pointless. Like, my dream is to fly to Paris, land in the morning, go shopping at like the skincare places, have lunch, and then fly back to LA.
I've done that to kiss a boy.
That's amazing.
I swear to God. 4th of July, 2013. My guy that I was seeing at that time from Spain, he was in New York. And I just so happened to have a free day. So I got on a standby flight. I was standby. I got on a
So you
red
were
eye.
like, it's fate. Like, if this works out.
No, he had a big dick. So.
Did you just kiss his face?
So why did you just kiss him?
I kissed the
Did
many
you
parts of him.
Did you SF him?
God, but he was
Or let
not
him SF you? And we're not talking about San Francisco. Did you San Francisco him? Wholesome 10.
I got there at 7 a.m. and I remember
Wait,
flying
where was it?
to New York.
New York, okay.
I remember flying back at 7 p.m. and
the
having to
Philippines?
type out my because I was still I was in school at that time, and I remember
13.
doing like a
This is gonna be one of
PowerPoint
those stories.
presentation.
At the end of the story
I'm feeling
ends,
it,
he
sir.
brutally, it was a brutal.
There's a brutal
It's
raping.
funny because I love a good rape story myself. Obviously, we know that. But Khalyla really gives some details where you're like, oh, it's like have you ever seen like The Hills Have Eyes, where the rape scene's like a little too real? You're like, oh, Khalyla's
Because she like doesn't
She's a
reveal
great
it till
storyteller.
the end.
And then you're-
she's like, so this guy came and picked me up.
you like know where his hands were on her. You're like, oh my God.
You guys,
No, we love it.
it's not my fault. Everyone has fisted me in my life.
I had to do a thing for my coaching
But
program that I do.
It is not your fault. I want to be very clear. It's not her
It
fault.
is Esther's fault. We don't know how, but we can trace it back. It's like 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. We will find out how Esther is.
Isn't it crazy that we're so close in degrees to Kevin Bacon?
Jenna hanging out on a farm with goats and Kevin Bacon, like it looks like they're on the Footloose farm. I'm like, how? What? I'm right there.
It looks like you did dress for it.
I did. Yes, I did.
For a dance.
I can't help. It's just. I always all my outfits. I want it to look like I can dance, and I can't. But
Can. It's easy.
You can.
That's such
Annie.
a myth that like you have to have rhythm. No, anyone can learn how to
I don't
dance.
have rhythm.
No,
You
that's
have
what
rhythm.
No, I didn't say that.
Todd got me a metronome for
Fucking.
something, and I was like, that does feel like. Are you just
Wait,
telling me I'm
what?
bad in bed?
What
oh
if
my
you
God, a
used
metronome for fucking.
to like figure it out?
I'm gonna make him listen to it because when we dance and stuff, it's like it is a little.
You know what? Here we should have a metronome for kissing because I feel like kissing, people just don't get the rhythm right for that. Like I like slow and deep, and sometimes it's a whole lot of.
I am famously a bad kisser. I'll just get that out of the
Are
Is
you
that
fast?
you or the breath?
fast and big. I just like get too excited. I'm just like so
You have
much-
very pillowy lips too.
Thank you. People say I kiss like I'm in junior high. Like I just like let's.
Are
do
you
this.
all tongue then?
Yeah, a lot.
Tongue
Wait,
and teeth.
kissing in junior high was like where
What?
your mouth would be open and the lips would never move, and you'd be like,
Yeah. Ooh, that looks
That's
good.
how you like?
Yeah.
I dare
I
you to tongue kiss
forgot.
Nikki right away. Do not, just don't say anything and just go kiss her.
Really?
Yeah,
Is
I was
that
kidding,
assault? Oh, you were kidding.
But you were about to do it. Esther's new.
It's a new person.
I always wanted to do a prank show with you, but then I
Earmuffs.
realized I would have been the one that was doing all the pranks, and you would have just been standing in the background
laughing.
pointing. But look,
Yay!
do it.
Oh my god.
Beautiful. Hi guys. Thank you for having me.
Have a
Of
seat.
course.
Sit your ass down.
Whoa,
Did
sick.
you want your
Oh.
cutlets back?
Thanks.
Yeah, we can play with them. They're
Okay.
dirty.
I'm not going to do what you told me to do, but I'm going to ask Nikki, and I want you to be really honest with me, Nikki.
Yeah. It feels so good to catch a cutlet.
Like, I need you to be 100% honest.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be honest.
Okay, if you walked in and just to be funny and cool, I came up to you and I kissed you
Like a man, like kind of like a man, like put her hand
like open mouth, a lot of tongue. Just
would you
kiss
push
you.
her away?
Would you
or-
have been like, that was weird?
Yes, but only because my breath is kicking. But
Well,
if
hers
it
is
was,
too.
but if, but if it would
Her
have been
breath
like,
plays soccer, if you know what I mean.
I think I might be gay for how my body responded when you said that. Like, I think
Elaborate.
Welcome to the show, Nikki.
You know when
Could
like
not
you
be in
don't.
a better place.
Can we have a sound effect for when a woman comes out?
Listen, Jessica Kirsten came on the show and just popped that pussy open for all of us. I mean, it really
Did
is.
she really? Did she open your
really
eyes to the
did.
fact that everyone's gay?
It's just really
Not only is everyone gay, but we all want to be skull fucked by a dildo. Apparently,
Wait.
not a male penis.
No.
a dildo, a strap on.
Did we reach 10?
Let's just quickly. I want to quickly explain to Nikki.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
We're a pro face fucking podcast.
Okay.
We think it's very feminist to be
Yeah.
face fucked.
Yes.
I like it too.
Why are we? Yeah, we don't have to.
We don't want to do the
I'm done
work.
doing things.
We're done with the
that's-
cervical movements.
That's exactly. I was in my special, but I was like, I like when a guy grabs my head and just like does what he wants to do because I don't want to
Yes.
guess his rhythm. So I called it the birdhouse. Like he treats my head like a bird. I don't know why. Like I just feel like I just have a hole in my head.
And then
I
when,
like being whole.
And then when
I
you're done,
like-
and then when you're done, he tells everyone you're
I
cuckoo.
just want to be holes. Sorry, wait, what?
Literally, that's one of my favorite
God, I'm
statements
leaving.
to say to
I
a guy
lo-
in
wait,
bed.
what'd
It's
you
I'm
say?
a hole.
I
I'm
just
a
wanna be
hole.
like-
I'm just
I-
a hole.
No,
don't
because
wanna
here's the
do-
thing. When you try to not be the hole, they treat you like the hole anyway. So you're like, wait, why am I fighting against this? I'm a sock. I'm a hole.
I love
like,
being a disembodied, like from my soul,
I
like from
will
being a
lay-
good person and like
I
a
want
daughter.
Them to,
and
I
a-
want them to be like, is this the bed or my girlfriend? Like, I don't want them to know
Yes.
the difference between the two of us.
I love just being like I was reading about like hot things to say in bed because you kind of run out of things and I need more. And one was use me like your cock sleeve, and I was like, that like turned me on for some reason to just be. I want to be used. I don't want to be because sometimes it gets twisted where the guy that I'm like hook up with will maybe sometimes think that I want to be disrespected. I just want to be as disrespected as you would treat a hole in the wall. Like you wouldn't be like, you're a fucking stupid hole in the wall. You would just be like, you're a hole in the wall.
I want to be limp. Like, I want you to take my body. Like, I want to be limp and you just move me around. I want to do the least amount.
Yes, Annie.
I've done
yes.
enough. I'm older now.
Yes,
I've done
yes
enough.
to all of this. I
I
want to be a
feel-
cum dump.
Yes.
And I want you to just flip me over.
Nikki doesn't know. I have one of those hospital beds, and I zoom up to fuck my boyfriend. I zoom up the bottom. I scooch to the edge, and I
Like a
press a button.
Craftmatic?
And yes, and I rise myself to his penis. Oh my god! I do nothing.
It's so hard to do stuff.
so good.
I don't like to do anything. I really do like to just take it. And
Right.
I remember one time my boyfriend at the time, I was really tired and he was like horny and kind of petting on me and stuff. And I go, you can, but like, I'm just going to I'm not going to
Yes.
do anything. And he goes, as opposed to what? Like he was like, oh, is that going to be different for us? And I was like, you're right. Like you're such a good guy that you never make me do anything. Like he's really just, I don't ever have to be on top. I just don't want to be on top.
I'll be
It's
on top every
exhausting.
once in a while, but it's like it's just
Yes.
Sometimes I'm like, oh,
to see if I miss it and I don't.
Yes.
am I bad? Am I just bad
the
at
air up here.
sex? Is
No,
that-
I'm just. You're not bad. You're just retired. I'm
Yes,
retired.
yes. I'm on sabbatical.
Tired and
at the
retired.
least, I'm
Yeah,
on sabbatical.
catch me at my peak. I was, riding dicks off their bodies.
Oh,
I
wow.
was
Really?
doing
I
a
never
whole-
did that.
I had a whole yeah.
I like to be I feel like my whole life is so in control that most women that like to be kind of just treated as an objectified in bed, they tend to be like boss bitches in their life and they
Yeah.
just want a little time off. Like that's why when I'm in bed, I just want to be holes. I don't want to be like, have to think about your pleasure and like think about you liking me and what I look like. I spend so much of my
Also,
life doing that. I
makes
just
so much
want to
my
sense.
relax.
ex-boyfriend-
The boss thing.
My
Yes.
ex-boyfriend used to be like, you don't seem into I'm like, I'm here doing it. Like, I don't, what do you need me to be like, yay? I'm just like, enough. We've been dating for 2 years.
You know what, Annie? The more money.
Do a sit-up too. Why don't you get hotter? You're ugly.
That's true. The more money I make, the less
You're ugly.
work I want to do.
Yes.
Wait,
Oh, because you realize
Annie,
money fixes everything. So I'm like,
why are you
I'm gonna throw
telling-
money at this. What?
Why are you telling everyone about our sex life? Do a sit up, you're ugly.
I've said it to you for years. You'll never listen.
Do you guys feel like there's something that's maybe getting in your way from you living the life that you want?
I think if you were to watch this show, you would already know the answer is 100% yes.
I'm obsessed with BetterHelp. It's really mental health. If you're not working on it, focused on it, keeping it up, it will. Maybe you feel okay right now, but I promise you it's coming to bite you in the ass. And you need the upkeep. You need to put the work in.
Yeah.
If we did not have BetterHelp and all use it, this show would be a lot harder to do.
BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can connect in a safe and private online environment. It's so convenient. You can start communicating in just under 48 hours.
It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional counseling done securely online. And you can send a message to your counselor anytime. We've all been in that position where like, I just need to get this off my chest. Like I just need to tell someone. And that is where BetterHelp really comes through. And it's all this can be done without ever having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room.
And I think a lot of times we lean too much on our friends. We like unload on our friends and it's really not their job. But you can just contact someone over your phone.
An unbiased professional. We want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/Trash Tuesday. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Trash Tuesday.
I find the holidays to be very stressful and extremely triggering.
Because they don't have good rhubarb pie?
No. Well, yes, actually. Things aren't how they used to be. No, because the holidays are
Lots
stressful.
of travel plans.
Yes.
And if you're a big family, tons of kids around, pulling off all the shopping in time, the gifts that you bought not coming in when they're supposed to.
Not liking your gifts, having to pretend you like them.
With Caliper CBD, you'll feel better before you finished your cocoa.
I don't know. I got hungry and I'm
Because you
looking at
call
what
her
to say.
Because you call her Coco.
Cocoa. Why does it sound so
When
delicious?
you finish your cocoa.
Oh my God. Who wrote this? Honestly, using Caliper CBD does just make things a little bit more merry and bright, if you know what I mean.
For me, it decreases my stress. I just generally feel calmer.
Yeah, helps me sleep better. I do like that. That's my favorite.
And you know what? Surprisingly, it actually helps me like after a big workout with my pain and soreness or any type of like rickety feeling I'm having in my body.
I'll say this, with most CBD, it's actually impossible to know when you'll feel the full effects, but Caliper CBD powder acts really fast, as in literally 30 times faster than CBD oil. And it gives you all the benefits of CBD in just 10 minutes. In fact, Caliper is the only clinically proven CBD brand on the market. Oh my God. And because it's a dissolvable powder instead of an oil, it mixes completely into any food or drink with no grassy taste or oily residue. Like, this is the way to go.
This holiday season, be your merriest with Caliper CBD. Get 35% off your first order with promo code TRASH at trycaliper.com/trash. Try it risk-free for 30 days. If you don't love it, they'll give you a full refund. That's trycaliper.com/trash. Don't forget promo code TRASH for 35% off your first order. I just watched this French movie called Titane that Aquafina suggested that I watched. And there is a scene there, without giving too much away, where she is fully having sex with an automobile.
What?
Like full on strapped on. She's fucking it. She gets pregnant by the automobile. Right. And I want to ask you guys.
Has a smart car?
It was actually an old car, which made it even hotter. But I want to ask you guys, have you ever had sex with an inanimate object?
No.
Or been attracted to one, or saw a shape and said, you know
My
what, that might
Roomba,
work.
I have like it's not a sexual attraction to, but I look at my Roomba like a pet. Like it has, there's something about it that I'm like, oh, I can understand why people have robots and treat them like I feed it and I'm like, nom 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 Roomba.
Do you name
sleep
him?
it in. Yeah, well, I call it Roomba even though it's a shark. And but I
That's
do
so
feel like
rude.
I could have, because of my my relationship with the Roomba and like giving it a personality and really believing that. And even when it gets tangled up in a cord and like in the morning I'll go to its dock and I'm like, wait, where is it? And I have to go looking for it and I go, Roomba, what were you doing? And
Why don't you leave like a little bread trail so it comes to you?
or like just comes and sucks
Yes.
my clit.
But also, you know what I was thinking?
do want a body Roomba.
This is my image of you. I want you to get a dildo and like glue it onto the Roomba and then
my
ride it, be
God.
taken around on it.
Yes. I do think I could be
that be
attracted
so
to a thing. Like
Really?
almost anything.
Almost anything.
You know what? Because this is something I actually did say, because that's a common thing you see in my Strange Addiction,
Yes,
or those shows where a woman will get married to the Eiffel Tower, and although that's phallic, so she actually uses little the ones that you would buy at the gift shop. She would use them to like fuck herself, even though she's married to the actual Eiffel Tower.
I got
Right.
married on ecstasy once, and we did Eiffel Tower that night. So I do kind of like similar.
Can you please remind those of us who didn't do drugs in their 20s what it is to Eiffel Tower?
Eiffel Tower is not drugs. It's when you're like
No, I know
takes
it's not.
threesome,
threesome,
get
and
to
then you
do it.
high five each other while you're.
It's
And the
two
guys have to be
guys and a
wearing
girls in
berets.
the middle.
I think it could be girls. Honestly, we should be girl
fuck you
Eiffel
with
Towers.
baguettes.
Okay.
While we spit roast this pig.
But I remember, I always thought that I had a type of guy that I was attracted to. Like I have a there's a bar you have to hit, and there was a guy.
You're like, I also have a
recently-
typepwriter I'm attracted to. So.
That's next for me. There was this guy that I like fell in love with despite myself. Just like there was this, the energy that people talk about, that I was just looking at him like, if you would have showed me a picture of like, I want to set you up with this guy, I would have been like, do you hate me?
Yeah.
Like I would have swiped left so hard the screen would have cracked on this
Yeah.
guy. But there was something about the physical, like just the energy between us. And after I was attracted to him and like truly turned on by everything he had going on, I was like, I understand why women marry Ferris wheels, or like things that you could never. I
You
was
could
more
never imagine.
That
a
is
woman is
not-
closer to what a guy that I usually am attracted to looks like than this guy was. Like that's why I was like, I can date anyone. It's not about physical,
Oh.
it's about energy.
1,000,000%. It's about the connection with the person, how they make you feel, how you make them feel. Like
If they let you be like a full lesbian on a podcast.
yeah,
on the side.
I
Dude,
mean,
every Tuesday, this is not a joke. This is not a bit. Every Tuesday, like this show comes out, and then like around 1:00, I get a text or like a look in the face from Dave, and we have to go through all the things I said.
wait, he listens?
Yes.
That's sweet.
He says he
It's
has.
No,
No, it's not.
it's
He says
not
he's checking
sweet.
in?
It's
he
very
has to
unsweet.
listen because
To learn about you.
No, she's coming out this week.
to see what I say, because like 2 weeks ago he was like, I noticed Khalyla showed you her vagina and you seem to really get excited by it.
He's like, so then he
Right.
starts doing mangina to like, is this what you're into?
I stuck thermometers up their asses last
I
week.
had
Oh
lube
my
up my
God.
ass, squishing up my ass for 2 days. It was great. I
What-
thought about you.
But it was high-end lube, I hope you know.
I
Yeah.
loved it.
I
What?
didn't feel
So
mine.
why did you take your temperatures with your ass?
It was
just
the
for
nurse.
fun.
It was nurses week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And we were
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, let's
okay,
just
that
try
makes
that.
sense. Say
And
no
Khalyla
more.
used to be a nurse, so I was
Not
like,
really,
I'm
but
comfortable.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, what did you feel about Khalyla's vagina, and what was the conversation that preceded him saying you seemed excited by it? Like, what did you?
It was just a text. I was already in New York, and he just while I was there, I got the text, or I was in Skokie or something, and he was like, "Yeah, you seem really excited by it," and I just wrote like "LOL" and moving on. Like I just try to move on quick.
right.
Every time I'm in like a little bit of a bad mood or anything, Todd goes, guess what day it is? And I go, and he goes, Tuesday. I have Tuesday anxiety for some reason. Even though I love the show, there's nothing, I don't know, for some reason on Tuesday. So now I'm like
Interesting.
breath work. I'm like meditating. I have no clue why.
Interesting.
I think it's because I have to wake up with a job. Like when I wake up, I have to post the things. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Usually when I wake up, I'm like thinking about my day and like, what am I going to do? But then I wake up and I'm like, ah. And then you don't, the best part about not having anything to do with the editing, thank you again, Khalyla and
We got
staff.
mostly Gabby and staff, yes.
Esther and I look at nothing. And then, so
watch
it's a
sometimes.
surprise.
I
I
hate looking at
forget. I
stuff.
forget until
Yeah.
I see the clips, and then it's really fun.
That's why I do a daily podcast, because I didn't want to feel the pressure of once a week where it's like, gotta bring it. I would feel that way too, but because there's 4 days a week, and if someone is like, it sucked, I'd be like, but I do this 4 days a week. I have so many things built into my life to excuse why I end up sucking.
Well, let me give you a little tip. This is a new thing I'm doing in my career. I have now
no. Is this about the
given my
comments?
assistant a new task. Her task is to read the comments, pick out the good ones, and send those to me. So I don't.
That's nice.
Never is that not the great? Go for it.
However,
Anyone take
she's
this.
reading the bad things, so it might slip out once in a while that she's like, did you ever consider a different like lipstick? Or something? Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like when you're friends, because I know Andrew, my co-host, reads every comment and knows and is probably validated when I say something annoying and he hated it in the moment, and then he's like, yeah, they fucking hated her too for it. Like,
But that's
I
not
feel
real.
like
If they hate, it's not real. Like the bad comments aren't real. It's like the good comments are like I
sometimes
like
they
when
nail it.
Well, those
you
will
know when
probably
they
be
nail the
ones.
thing that you're like, I only thought I knew.
Well,
that
I
about
just remember
myself.
once saying this guy, like he said something about me being hairy or something. I was like, I waxed my mustache. She's like, I was talking about your cheeks. I was like, oh.
Wait, I have
consider
a
my
question about that.
cheeks.
So I have hair underneath, like on the top of my big cheekbones here.
Yeah.
And then my threading lady always wants to take it off, and I'm like, no, that's my
Yeah.
little wolf patch. But is that
see it.
an unattractive thing to have?
Oh
face
my
hair?
God,
No.
Khalyla.
cheek hair.
I think it makes your makeup set a little like off your face. That's why
Right.
I have like.
Do you do the shaving thing?
I've done it before where
I
I've
did it
literally
before
just
now.
raised like with just
But it
shaved
comes
it.
back stubbly. I don't like that.
It's just it always when you put on your makeup afterwards you kind of forget and you're like, oh my God, it's so smooth.
Right. But
It'd
only
be
for like a day.
but it's it grows
Yeah.
back
and you have to be in
keep
a
doing
like
it.
a loving relationship because you can't go on a first date. And be,
I did
like,
it before a
scratching
special
out.
one time and I cut myself. It looked like I was in a street fight. Like I literally just because I'd never done it. My sister had gotten these little like face razors and I found one in my bag. I feel like it's just another thing that I do
Were you attracted to
to
it?
self-sabotage.
She started fucking
Well,
it,
I'll
like,
just say-
bleeding everywhere.
I'll
like,
just say
yeah.
this: if Khalyla, if you and I were in some kind of situation like where we were a thing, I don't know what that means, but I would think that your face hair is like very you, and it's like very cute.
I would be like, shave
Yes.
it. No. I think it's fine. You just choose what you're insecure about. Like I just choose.
I'm not
No,
insecure
and
about it. I just was maybe she thought it wasn't a good look. My lady.
They're
There's
trying to get an
nothing
extra
there that I can
$3.
see.
By the way, threading women, I don't want to like
Oh,
hurt
no.
everyone. Why do we have to? Why is it so cheap? It's too cheap.
I know.
It's $10.
It's too
I'm like,
cheap.
you gotta like up your value.
And they're so sweet. Women that thread have generally been very like maternal. And I used to get my threading lady used to, wax my vagina. And I used to like almost like to go, even though it's the most painful thing. I stopped going because she would do the thing where she like goes like this to like kind of distract me after they rip it. They go
Oh,
like
yeah.
this. They go like they like pat you, and it just felt so maternal. Like you're gonna be okay. That I used to feel like this weird attraction to her of like just stick around,
like wanting to stay with her, like not wanting to let her go.
Yeah, and
Collecting her.
it made me kind of sad actually. That
Do you guys get
crave
do you
that
get a
so much.
bikini wax? Like what's the
I
like,
just shave now.
I shave
can do
like
yours.
I shave not like
really?
Yeah, I have hard wax
Oh,
upstairs.
let's
I
do
do a
that.
good job.
Let's do that.
Do it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
in. I'm signing up.
Wait,
where do I book?
full
Online?
bikini? Wait, just bikini. You're not doing full Brazilian.
I would.
I
I
want
like
Brazilian.
I like
I
Brazilian,
shave
but
it all up. Would you do you guys shave?
I
take
leave
it all.
a
I don't
Dorito.
shave.
Wait,
I wax.
You
I have a
wax, but how
question, though.
often? Because you got to grow a little bit back to
don't-
get some tug.
So here's, I don't know if you'll find this unfortunate or fortunate, but I actually don't grow pubic hair anymore. You want me to show you, Nikki?
Yes. Oh my God.
This is how it all- this is how it all
didn't want to
begins.
ask.
The top of my pussy no longer.
Oh my God.
And now show us the bottom of your pussy through the bottom of the pants.
I really did think she was going to show me the whole thing, but that's a great top of a
Wait,
vagina.
when you went over to Whitney's for the first time, how fast did she show you her vagina?
It was like she FaceTimed me on the way there.
Oh,
just to
yeah.
let me, but
I
as I was
see,
coming
like,
up the
her
hill in
asshole
case I lost
spread.
service. Yeah.
And you do lose service at that
Yes, you
estate.
do. I'd stay down there. Yeah, I saw her asshole so
It's so
quickly.
great. It's so
It made
exciting.
me feel really connected to her. Like
Yeah.
I was just like, and then you realize she does it to everyone. I was
Yeah.
like, maybe not. No, but it was. She's free. We actually got naked yesterday and got like spray tans, and I saw her pretty much head to toe naked, and I was too, and it was like very vulnerable and like I just never get naked in front. Like I do sometimes, but like. Just I've never shown. She's
You've
always
never
showed me
together
hers.
been,
I've never shown
yeah.
her mine,
I
and I
see.
felt like and then she was saying the thing of like, I want to compliment your body, but I don't want to because I don't want to make it a thing. And I'm like, well, you just give me something then.
How were you
because
guys eating each other out when this happened? Or
I mean, sure, yeah. Her mouth was full, but I could still hear what she was trying to say.
Did your parents ever get naked in front of you?
No.
Your
Were
parents-
you a
That's
naked
why-
family?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
we're Asian.
Oh,
We're
really? I
Asian.
didn't know
Asians
that.
are always naked around in the household, or like in their underwear.
Yeah.
You had like men in the house just in their there's always some form of
Penises?
nudity, and also it's like spa is a big part of Asian
Yes.
culture, so it's like nudity is just not a.
I
really
like that,
big
but what
thing.
about sex? Does that come in hand with like? Do you guys talk openly about sex?
In my family, it was very matriarchal. So all my aunts were basically they were the original Trash Tuesday. They were
Really?
Oh my
filthy.
God.
Really?
But that's just. I don't think. Yeah, maybe that was just my family. I'm not
do we
sure.
owe them money? Nikki,
really
I have a
helped me.
question for you.
Okay.
So as you know, I'm a huge fan of your podcast.
Thank you.
I've been a
That's
listener
so-
since the previous iterations.
I know you listened when I was like
When it was
alone at my
Yup?
parents'
It was really,
house.
and I still think about
Having
how
a really
cool,
depressing podcast.
How cool that was that you were literally, Nikki talks so openly. It's very similar to us, but like she's
I was
better.
alone though.
No,
I had
but,
no one to
like,
talk
she
to.
Get your Roomba, bitch.
She
I
tells-
didn't have one at the time. It was at my
disrespect.
parents' house.
She shares so much that you really feel like, am I on a phone call with her right now? Like, she's just telling me so much. And I wanted to check in with you, like, mental health wise, because you were sharing so much that I related to. And I was like, I reached out to you. I was
Yes,
like,
you
I'm
were
just
such a good
curious,
friend.
what's your current mental health? Are you on meds? Like, how are you feeling?
Yes, I'm on meds. And it was really helpful because when I was doing that podcast, so I had this show on Sirius called You Up. It ended in April of 2020. And then I was still at a deal with Comedy Central to do a weekly podcast. But because comedy was going away, I was like, I'll just do it daily and just do check-ins. And then we started getting ads bought. And like, so it ended up being like an hour. And then by July, I was like so fucking depressed. And like, the idea of talking for an hour by yourself about what, like, I don't even know. It was just, I went to some really dark places and was kind of like, fuck it. Like, I don't care. I'm probably going to kill myself. So what do I care what I put out? Like, not like
It's
now.
a very long suicide note.
But yeah. It was just like, I was miserable and putting it all out there. And a lot of people just kept saying like, it sounds like you have ADHD. Like, and I had always thought I had depression, but all the things I was like hating myself about, of being messy and being just messy, really, like being a mess in every way. And like just all the self-doubt, all the just the obsessive thoughts about self-doubt. Like, I didn't know that was a form of ADD. I always thought it was depression, that I like had these thoughts of wanting to kill myself. But it was really like, I would get on a thought and I would just run it all the way to the place of killing myself, as opposed to, I don't know, it was a symptom of ADHD. People were like, women are misdiagnosed with it. All, you know, we all go by what boys have. Like, they run around. Women can't really run around because we're not told we can when we're in school. Like, boys get to run around and teachers go, "Oh, boys, sit down." But girls run around. They're like, you're weird. Like, girls aren't supposed to have this boy energy.
Right. It's like embarrassing.
So
You
you
should
just
be
like
shamed.
stay and you're like, you get weirder. Like, girls exhibit different symptoms. And I had always been on Zoloft and Prozac and fucking everything for depression. And it made like the low lows go away, but it just didn't make me like feel any better about myself. My self-esteem was still shit. I was faking it all the time, just trying to be someone I wasn't. And then as soon as I started reading symptoms of ADHD, it just, all of a sudden having a name for all the things you hate about yourself that isn't, I knew depression wasn't my fault, but I didn't know having a messy room, not being organized, not being able to manage my money, losing things constantly, having like everything stained with spray tan, like not having nice things, breaking things, like that is
Spray
all.
tans are a symptom of ADD, folks.
They
okay?
are, like,
we don't
just
have
being
enough time
dirty.
to lay outside. Okay,
Feeling stained. I felt like a stained person. I still do. Like, there are times where I'm just like, I can't have nice things. I will stain them because I'm just inherently bad.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you just buy new ones.
Wait,
I know,
get
but
some
I also have a lot
Oxygen.
of anxiety about buying things and creating waste and like adding to landfills. Like, then I have an OCD about that, which which makes me hold on to things that are dirty. It's crazy. So
That's why I still have Esther.
it's just so nice to like. It's just nice when there's a name for the thing you think is just you.
You guys, I'm just gonna say it. I love my Theragun.
It's so good. It's really.
I think it's my boyfriend. I'm in love.
Another thing for Dave to be jealous
Oh
of.
God. You guys, don't let the stress of daily life weigh on your body, whether you're an elite athlete or someone like me, just trying to make it through the day tension-free. Theragun can absolutely help.
Theragun is a handheld percussive therapy device that releases your deepest muscle tension using a scientifically calibrated combo of depth, speed, and power, and it's as quiet as an electric toothbrush.
The Gen 4 Theragun doesn't just feel good, it gets to the source of the pain by releasing tension. Using Theragun's signature percussive therapy, which goes 60% deeper than vibration alone.
Whether you want to treat your muscle tension from working out, an injury, or just stresses of everyday life, there's no substitute for the Theragun Gen 4, and that is the absolute truth.
The OLED screen and design make you feel like you're holding something from the future. Just go to their site and check it out. And the Theragun app learns from your behaviors and suggests guided routines. I'm telling you guys, this cuts my recovery in half.
It's amazing.
No, my lower back was so bad, and then I pulled
From
the
laying?
Yeah. When I pulled the Theragun out and used it, it was completely better. Like, no, it's just better.
And they have all these cool attachments depending on what part of the body
like the
you
soft
want
one.
massage.
You guys can try Theragun for 30 days starting at only $199. Go to therabody.com/Trash Tuesday right now and get your Gen 4 Theragun today. That's therabody.com/Trash Tuesday. Therabody.com/Trash Tuesday. And I have to say, if you're looking for a premium gift for this holiday season for someone special, this is definitely the way to go. Oh, hey, Liquid Death. A tall can of soothing, sensual water.
They get to feel cool like the drinkers.
/ Esther's dream sponsor.
I mean, she was wearing their merch.
The other last episode, I think. You guys may start noticing that there are strange tall boys of beer in the bottled water section of your local stores. Well, it's not beer. It's actually mountain spring water from the Alps, and it's called Liquid Death, and we all drink it every day.
Why is it called Liquid Death, Esther?
Because it will brutally murder your thirst, and also their infinitely recyclable tall boy cans are helping bring death to plastic bottles. Whoa! And they also donate 10% of the profits from every can sold to help kill plastic pollution. And it's just cool.
Plastic isn't actually recyclable. I don't know if you know that. It's not recyclable anymore. Most plastics that you throw in the recycling bin actually just get sent to the landfill because it's not profitable to recycle. Aluminum is infinitely recyclable and actually profitable for recycling facilities.
I'm just going to say something. You know how when you're at a concert or where you're someplace that's social and you just want to hold something?
Yes!
Because your hands don't know what to do with themselves.
And you get in a lot less trouble if you hold one of these.
And you kind of look like you're a part of the party.
Yeah.
Dude, this is what I've always wanted. Like, it's so, you just feel, you feel cool. Also, water weirdly tastes better coming out of this. I don't know why. You guys can get free shipping on all water and merch at liquiddeath.com/trash. That's liquiddeath.com/trash, or grab some at Whole Foods, Sprouts, and 7-Eleven. Yeah, because you suddenly feel seen and validated.
It's so funny to not have grown up in a family that my family loves having ADD. All they talk about is having ADD. My dad's 80 and takes like ADD courses still. He loves it. He's like, well, with ADD, he's got little ADD jokes. He calls it attention deficit, high definition. Like he's just got like bad jokes about ADD.
High definition is amazing.
And I might have given it to him, but he has like great, like he's just like so into it. And my parents went and did an ADD seminar before the pandemic, and they showed up. I swear to God, they showed up to the seminar, and they said they didn't have enough chairs, and they forgot the pamphlets. It started 20 minutes late. They were like laughing so hard. It was just like the most ADD.
Disorganized event. Yeah.
I think you can work on it too, though.
You can. It's not just something you have to treat with meds. Like there's ways to manage your life. But I think one of the biggest things was just letting myself off the hook for it and not thinking, even when I was like, you know, all I do is ever talk about this, but I was anorexic when I was 18, almost died, blah, blah, blah. I always felt like I chose that. Like it just, even when I see anorexic girls now, I'm just like, eat something. Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't even though it almost killed me and I had it for years, I still look at them and I'm like, God, why are you trying to be skinny? Like, just eat something. Like, I still have that. And I went through it. So it's hard to have sympathy for yourself or for others for mental illness. It seems like people choose it, especially depression. Like, just get up and make your bed in the morning. Go for a walk. Get some fresh air. That's my dad.
Are you kidding me? I literally...
And I can't...
No, when I was really depressed, I was sleeping on a couch every day. But people were like, you just need some exercise and sunlight. I was like, sunlight? Like, no, I needed medication.
Honestly, that would help. Listen, a walk with a friend would help. But I guess if you were capable of doing it, you would do it. And I know the door is, you could walk out the door, you have shoes, you have...
That's why it's depression.
Well,
it's a disease. You have a disease.
Like, there's something getting in between you and doing the thing you know will help you. It's like, like people that are overweight, it's like they know how to lose weight. It's not like, it's just there's something inside them that is like...
Well, that's food addiction, which is a whole other thing, which that's like...
But the addiction is like if you go back, like all of the addictions
it's all childhood
from the
trauma.
Same, exactly.
What really happened to me, to be like completely honest, is like, it was the depression, but it was also, I was finally, so my eating disorder just went into like, took different iterations throughout. Like, as soon as I discovered comedy, I was like, okay, well, I got to figure out how to not look like a skeleton because I have a reason to live now. So I started eating, but like, then I just started messing around with food, exercise bulimic, throw up bulimic. I never did diuretics or anything, but like and then for the past, I would say 5 years, I was just intermittent fasting, which is like adult anorexia. And so, and now it's like fine to do it. Like I'm not eating all day because
That's crazy.
That's what Gwyneth does. And now it's acceptable. It's not something you have to lie about. So I would just starve all day. And this is the past like 5 years. Not eat anything all day. Just do lattes all day. And then start eating at night.
That's a bad fast. You're breaking the fast with the latte,
Not if it's
baby.
black coffee, right?
No, but it's a latte.
It's a latte.
latte.
It doesn't. It's my own rules. I made my own rules that worked for me because I didn't. I could maintain weight.
Because it's
I
a
would
disease.
fluctuate a little bit.
You make your
But when I started eating at night, like I would go to the Comedy Cellar. I was living in New York at the time. Go to the Comedy Cellar. I would order like the whole table would be covered with my food, and it's all like salads and low calorie things because I can eat a ton of it and not feel like gross. And people would always come over and be like, Sherrod would be like, Nikki, you eat like a runaway rabbit. Like he would always say, and I would just go, I have an eating disorder. Like I would just say it because it's like, I just do. And then
why is your hand on my tit?
Per chance, would you eat a banana with us right now?
Yeah.
One of the big principles from like my eating disorder training.
Yeah, what did you learn?
Was there are no bad foods.
Yeah,
And it's really hard, but I really believe it now.
See, I have ways to go. Like
you always do.
That's so
You're
cool,
always,
though, that
like there's no foods are bad. I can eat any food I want to. There's no bad foods. Nothing is naughty. Nothing is shameful. Like, and that's a real. And then also like always just never what you said. Like if you're hungry, you have to eat. Like there's no like, ooh, I'll just push it. Like that's just gonna lead you to binge. So there's no point.
And whenever someone goes on a diet and is like, I'm doing this new thing, I go, you'll lose weight, but I promise you it will come back. I promise you will have a moment of weakness and won't be able to stop. Because everyone, and I realize also that the biggest tool I've like learned, and I always like to share this because it's just helped me in so many ways, is like I started smoking pot again a lot and depending on it so much because that's why I got so depressed. I mean, Annie, every time I talk to you, you're either on or totally on or totally off.
I quit weed every single day. I go to my trainer and I go, I haven't smoked weed because she was like, you're like living this healthy lifestyle. You're gonna naturally like it's gonna just not fit your lifestyle anymore. And I'm like totally. And then I was like, I haven't smoked weed in so long. And then I was like, wait, it's been a day and a half.
Wait, why does your trainer
Honestly,
not want you to?
That's a long time when you smoke weed every day.
I'm smoking all the time. Like I'm smoking. Like you're like you like have a edible and stuff.
Right.
I'm smoking. I'm not like it's not that I believe I can control myself in life because everything's kind of you got to flow with things. But I would smoke. I'm doing a thing I don't like. Like I'm smoking in a way where I'm getting too high. I'm staying at the Comedy Store late. I'm talking to people I don't really like want to talk to. I'm like. I'm eating I'm eating. I'm going to McDonald's. I'm staying up later than I want. It's just like not. I'm passing out before I can bang my boyfriend. Like it's just like it's not like it's like I'm not living like the life that I want. And I know that I don't. It's not that I like being high as much as I like doing something bad. Yeah. It's like ooh. And with food too. It's funny because like. The way I kind of gave myself a break and stopped being upset with myself about like overeating or whatever is I realized that my dad, when we were like, my whole life has always been like, hey, let's go to the grocery store and get something BAD. And it was like our bad thing to make off. So then I'm like, I'm just being like my family and it's fun. It's like sweet. It makes me feel like them more and it makes me able to not like go crazy. Or if I go crazy, have no shame in it. It's really just breaking for me, the pattern of shame, and then I just do whatever I want, and my body can be whatever my body is. Like, because I'm working out now, and it's very easy.
I made a list of all the negative reasons why I shouldn't smoke pot.
What are they?
And then I was gonna write all the lists.
No, Esther, never stop.
But this is what I'm so curious about.
I don't think you have a problem with it. From what
it's actually an amazing thing. I have a problem with you quitting.
But like, because honestly, Nikki, like I actually think about you because.
Can you masturbate?
Because I think about the night that you shot with us on Alone Together, and
oh my God, I was so high for that.
You were so high. You told me.
That was such a bad idea.
You were, no. You were
that was one of my biggest regrets was being high for that.
Wait.
That show?
You need to listen to my sentence. Finish.
Okay.
Let me
Sorry.
finish. I literally was like, wow, that was so cool. She was like comfortable. She was really funny. She was like in a good mood, easy to talk to. I was like, I just always clock that as like, oh, that's really interesting. Like that was cool. And like I look at you as like a good example.
Interesting, because I felt,
Let's go get fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, but what did you feel?
I felt like I honestly don't think I did as well as I could have done if I weren't high. Like I know for a fact. I'm sure it was fine. And
But I feel like what you've already told me, you would be hard on yourself either way.
right, but at least with this way, like I knew there were things happening because I was high that I couldn't
Can I say
get
this,
out of my
though?
own head.
You
I
can
don't
blame
remember
the
that.
weed now if you don't like it.
Exactly.
That's why I think I
That's-
smoked so much weed too. I'd be like,
it's
I can
just
blame
an
the weed.
excuse.
If I've ever smoked weed like before a set, which I
set,
very
yes.
rarely do, if the set
Oh, I
does, I go,
always do.
I was high.
Did.
I have a question for you guys that's unrelated to weed.
Do you want to smoke a blunt?
food? Possibly, but can someone explain to this immigrant what cuffing season is
yes.
Oh yeah.
I think
and
I
why
learned this.
people do it?
Okay, I think cuffing season is like a social media term for like it's the Christmas holiday season and a lot of people are going to get engaged or like start dating. Is that right?
I think
You
it's
find
you're
someone.
not out like having fun in the summer, so you just find someone.
That was
It's
better.
temporary lover
Yeah.
just for the
to
seasons?
bring around to your family to be like, here, I have someone, and also it like everyone spends a lot more time indoors, so you want to find a partner
So
to
it's a
hunker
hibernate
down
with
with.
someone.
a winter situationship.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's just this
Oh.
like anxiety
A
you have
winternship.
before the holidays to find someone, because holidays is about family and love and like, you know, warm cocoa looking out a window, like a
Okay.
frosted window or something.
The Google
Yeah.
definition, cuffing season refers to a period of time where single people begin looking for short-term partnerships to pass the colder months of the year. Cuffing season usually begins in October and lasts until just after Valentine's Day. Okay, I
Okay.
was wrong.
I have a question about this.
You said
How
it
do-
so confidently.
So is it
literally
like
said I
an agreed
researched it.
upon thing you enter
I
with
did. Little
somebody?
hands.
No, I think it's a subconscious desire that has
Cuffing
a name
season?
now.
And then
I don't
does-
think people
I
are like,
don't think
it's cuffing season.
No,
wanna
you can't,
hang
because
out?
people aren't gonna like agree to it.
Yeah.
And then you sort of just part ways afterwards, like casually, and then just bump, just fist bump and then goodbye.
It's probably like a this
Implied.
Is, this has run its course.
Well,
kind
after
of vibe.
Valentine's Day, you're like, this is what you got.
Oh no,
Right.
yeah, Valentine's Day goes bad and then you break up.
Yeah, or like the spring, there's spring is coming, and that's usually when birds are fucking, like squirrels
You
are
spring
running
clean
around.
mating
your
calls.
house,
Yeah.
your life, your love life, all your friends. That's when you get rid of the.
Did you guys during the pandemic get any weird phone calls from exes? I got weird messages and like phone
What?
calls
'Cause they-
of regret from
right.
people I
Because they
haven't
were
heard
trapped.
from in a
Yeah,
long
because
they
they
were
were living with their
trapped, yeah.
parents and they realized they let someone go that could have been hanging out. Like I definitely was like, thinking about pouring over the past, just seeing people with couples, even though I know it was hard during COVID to live with, a partner, and it made a lot of people split up. I think single people were like, fuck, I gotta focus on this for the next one because it sucks being alone too.
Yeah, I had such a I had like some. Obviously, I went through a lot of different feelings and some were negative. But at the pandemic was actually like, when I look back on it, I like laughed all the time. I had so much fun, and I was like, but that's because I was in a relationship. I'm like,
A brand new one, right?
If I would, yeah, we just fucking went.
Oh, that's the perfect situation.
But I was gonna die. I was gonna break up with him. So it was like the pandemic. It felt like I was on Married at First Sight.
What?
Yeah,
Like
I
where
love
they
that show.
forced me to like stay.
Wait, you
Yeah.
were gonna break up with him?
Yeah, because he's like he was 25 at the time. I was
This is
like,
the guy
what
you're
is
still
it?
with, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
I was like, what do I do with this guy?
I can
I was
confirm,
looking.
but I remember the call. It's weird to think about all the
I would
phone
be
calls
like,
we had.
hold on, I'm gonna go outside, babe, and then I would like,
And
go
you'd
out,
be like,
hey, what do I do?
How do I get out of this?
Wait, because he was young, that's why you
He
wanted
was
out?
young. I always thought I had to like date an older guy, and I was talking to my friend Malo, MK Asante. Check him out; he's the best. I was talking to him on the phone, and I was like, yeah, it's like I'm dating this young guy, and he's so sweet and he's great, but it's like if I want to have kids and settle down, I got to go with someone older. He's like, Annie, we're the old ones. You need him. Do you want it? He'll take care of the kid. He'll do it.
You
I was
don't
like,
want
oh,
you
yeah.
don't want old sperm, Annie.
No, I don't want old sperm.
No, because then you end up really with a fucked up child.
Yeah.
like
me.
literally, the people who
all of
host
us.
this show.
like all of us.
That's what we are.
Wait, do you fear there's always the fear of I'll get old and then he won't be attracted to me.
Sometimes I just start crying. Sometimes I'm just sitting there and I just start weeping.
Really? Because
Yes,
you do
and I'm
think
like-
about that?
Well, because I'm like one day, like I look very young for my age now,
Yeah.
but everyone hits their point.
There's going to be, it
It
will
happens.
start for you
Happens
sometimes.
and he's
I
Asian,
pray for it.
so it's like
But you know what?
he's got to stop taking his. What do we use for hair here? He's got to stop taking his
Nutrafol.
because I'm going to need him to bald to look.
That's what I said. Okay, if I date a young guy, if I were with a young guy, there's 3 things he has to be: pale, broke, and bald.
Why?
I cannot date a young guy that is extremely hot.
But you know
I can date a hot older guy, but not a hot young guy.
I'm really concerned that you just described Carlos.
But she has to be able to get him hard.
She wasn't able to stick on with
I couldn't get him. I couldn't get him hard.
Even with
so
those
he's out of the
shoulders, I was a little
question.
surprised. And that cheek hair, I thought maybe you'd be able to do it.
Is there any like age discrepancies that come up that are just so glaring that you're like,
He's so mature, it like very rarely does. And honestly, he knows everything I know. And I'm like, is it because your brother was older? Because your parents are
Right. But they're always laughing together.
Yeah, that's
like I've been
great.
around
It
them
really
and they're
is.
always giggling at
and
something
you
like
have an immaturity to you. No
Yeah.
offense, like you
No,
have like a
please.
fun young.
flat chest. Is
You have a high school cool girl fun energy to you, so it makes sense. Whenever I'm like there's like a younger person, I'm like, oh, I can't date them because people will be like, they'll make fun of me for it, and I'll feel older than I already feel, right? Because in comparison. But I think that it's not the same as men dating younger women, because I do feel that men date younger women because they look good. You're not dating this guy because he looks young or because he's less like. Like I feel like guys date younger women and they're like, she's so mature, and it's like that's not really the case.
I know.
It's because you want like someone that looks young.
No, he is, and I do think that
It's also,
younger
by
generation,
the way, wait, I just want to throw shade at guys that like younger women, because it's like, did you just not get laid in high school?
and also are you jealous because they could have just dated you because you look young, but you act annoying and old?
Sorry, what were you
I
gonna
thought
say?
I got lucky with Bobby being 13 years older than me, but the motherfucker just won't crack.
No, he will not. That shocks me.
And every year
He
I
does
look
look
at our
so
pictures
cute.
together and I'm like, fuck, he might look younger than
Was
me.
there any
yeah.
question in your mind, like when you guys got to, I don't know your story, but like, did that weigh in on you being with him? That age
No,
discrepancy?
the moment I met him, I was like, this motherfucker acts like he's 12. Perfect.
Yeah.
I love
Yes.
you.
Yes.
I love how he's forever just in like this Peter Pan sort of state.
Yeah.
I love that
Yes.
about Bobby too.
I know,
I
it's
love
so
him
fun.
so
We had
much.
so much fun at the comedy
Wait,
store
you
last
touched
night.
you kissed his
We
penis?
kissed on the mouth too. Like,
Yeah.
like he always like starts to introduce me, and I always come out and just like start my own intro like before he's done. And then we're in the main room of the comedy store, and then we had like a real good moment where he's like, I love you. And then I always like grab his nipple. Sorry, Esther, that upsets her.
That triggers me because my nipples are so sensitive. I like.
Ooh, that
I'm
would,
gonna get him.
No.
I'm gonna get him enough weed. I'm gonna numb him.
In Hawaii
I'm gonna numb him, put some CBD cream on them.
with your tongue.
Yes, with my tongue, Esther.
So tell me how you kissed my boyfriend, because
Okay,
somehow this really
and
makes
then
me
it was
happy.
like this. It was like really slow. It was like, and then I was like, wait, and then I had him turn around. I went to his penis.
His penis? Oh my God, that
I
makes
knew
me
you would
so
like
happy.
it. I knew you would like it.
I
did it for
love
you.
that. That makes me.
What if she was
feel
really
warm
mad
on the
and I'm no
inside?
longer on the
Now
podcast?
It makes
What
me
if next
horny
week I'm not on the
when-
podcast?
No, because I had the same thing.
Yeah.
When Annie got naked in front of Dave while he was on a Zoom writer's room, it made me like I feel butterflies. And when Whitney's naked on FaceTime, I love like sharing my naked friends.
Yeah, we should always be
Closeness.
naked.
I do too. I like. I mean, this is a weird thing but I like when someone I'm dating like maybe hooks up with other girls and like tells me about it.
Whoa.
And, like,
I
you
don't
and I
like the
both.
actual.
I really
It's
do.
that.
I'm into it.
Here's what I'm really into. Like in the beginning of a relationship, before I get fully emotionally invested, I want to see him fuck someone else in front of me.
What?
So I kind of have that cock.
Where's my-
I'm
Because
kind of
then
a
you
cock.
could see what.
But you're not in the corner like
no.
You're
I
only
like
tied
when
up.
girls
I'm directing
flirt
it.
with
It's
them.
it's not cuck. It's hot husband.
Explain.
Because there's a thing called the
yeah.
cuck wife where they're like, fuck my wife, she's hot, I'm proud of her. We're hot husbanding.
But-
And it's very
Okay,
it's
But
a
you guys,
lesser
I
sect of
like
us.
when I like when girls hit on my boyfriend, but I don't want them. I like to always be the one that like, no, I want you.
Khalyla, let's go
If you
back.
don't see Esther's
Yeah.
face right now, you're missing the
Let's go back.
Come to
Khalyla,
YouTube.
Khalyla.
Okay, yeah, tell me.
What did you just say? You said you wanna, before you date someone, you wanna watch him. You wanna watch him fuck.
Wait, can I make it
Before
better?
he-
Can I make it better? Before she dates a woman, she wants to watch him fuck another woman.
Now's a more
Do you like it now?
Esther, before I get fully emotionally invested, if we're in the first 3-month window of being together,
Yeah.
I need there to be a threesome and I need to feel that feeling of like, it makes him hotter and more desirable to me.
Yeah.
To watch him fuck another girl.
But I just want to know girls are desire him. It's funny. I went with Todd to the Comedy Store and I wasn't actually mad at this girl at all. But there's like a cute girl who does roast battle, and she like didn't see me. I was like coming in behind him, and she was like, he gave her a hug, but he like kept his like pelvis out, and she was like, "Whoa, why didn't you give me a real hug?" And I was like, "Cause he doesn't like trash hoes like you, bitch." And it was like a very good moment, but I was like. But it was funny and it was fun and I liked that it happened. And I wasn't like, I didn't think she was even like doing a thing, but it was just like a fun.
Bobby missed his window with me because I gave him not 3 months, but a whole year.
Right.
I was like, we should,
Let's
bring
reopen
someone
the
else.
window.
And then after the first year, I was like, I can never, like, I love you now. I'm in love with you.
What if we got one of your ex-boyfriends to fuck Bobby in front of you? Would you like that? Or
Wait,
have
to
him
fuck me?
them? No, to fuck each other in front of you. Would you like that?
I kind of
They would do it for you. I hear how they pick up the phone when you call. They would do it for you.
Look, I think that while Bobby is mostly heterosexual, I do think that he would, suck a dick or two, and it would not turn me off. I'd be into that.
I used to make my boyfriends in college kiss boys. It was like I wanted to force them into that like openness.
That's like you're like dominating
Yeah.
them. That's like pissing on them.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my God, did you see the girl in the band who peed in the
Yes.
That was
so good.
Absolutely amazing.
That was
did you see
I
it?
loved it.
I mean, I want to do it to Carlos on stage.
Wait, you've never peed on
Carlos.
Esther, you've never been peed on, right? We've already established that.
No, I have.
Wait,
I haven't.
can we do
Nikki?
a switcheroo? This
Never.
might be assault, but
I
can we do a
would.
switcheroo where Carlos closes his eyes and lays down and it ends up being John pissing his mouth?
The mouth part. I wouldn't mind it on my skin, but like the mouth, I don't
The
think I
man
might
was
taste
peed
it.
on my
happy.
head and
Yeah, the guy was
hair
so happy. Oh, okay.
and my eyes and my face.
Is that part of
And
the Nutrafol plan?
it's part of the hair
That's why her
regrowth plan.
face-
And it was after being like, I wanted to be completely like dominated by a man. So I was
Yes.
like, I'm a hoe, treat me out, whatever.
Yes.
But that was the end of it. He didn't even ask permission. He just like threw me in a tub. And he was like, don't you fucking move. Don't you fucking move. And then he like peed all over me on my face and everything. And I was, my natural instinct was to be
Breathe
so
in.
grossed out and offended. But then after it all, like I couldn't have felt better. Like I was like skipping. I skipped out of there.
I
She's
literally
into water,
and
though.
like
She's
tell
been
a
doing water
story.
sports for years.
My horriest moments where I feel
Standing
so
ovation.
degraded in the moment, or like maybe on paper it would seem like a degrading act. I literally say that I've skipped out afterwards. Like I remember skipping to my car after I like jerked a guy off into a toilet one time, a guy that I like wanted. It was my first hand job I ever gave, but I remember being like, you're so gross. And then I saw myself in the mirror and I'm like,
Hey, girl.
this is actually kind of funny. Like this is hilarious.
Do you think
and
it's
I'm
that you
doing
like
what-
pushed through like a
I have such fear of like sex with men and
Yeah,
doing
me
sex
too.
acts and so when I'm able to do it, I'm like,
Hello,
it gives me more
whore.
self-esteem being a whore than doing
Well,
like,
it's control
Fallon.
too. Like it's like a control thing, and it's like I feel like with role playing and all that sort of stuff, it's like, and I think about back in the day when I would hook up with guys for like a month or whatever, I'd choke, spit in my mouth, like all this crazy stuff, and it's like I never was going to be in a relationship with them, but the sex I could like. It was almost like disassociating. I wasn't me. I was like in this crazy thing, and it was like getting me through it. But I did do for my through my coach through Jim Fortin. I'm doing this course, and I one of the things in the homework is to like write your life story in 3 pages and then to see like where your stories and your kind of like themes are. And mine is just literally, I moved around a lot. My mom told me to be smaller to like fit in, and I was raped a lot.
Is
Like,
that why
sex
you're
is
jealous
never
of
good.
me because I'm small?
Well, I have to be, yes.
You wish
around
you could be
You don't
smaller?
shine. The way the way you're very matte as a person.
Matt,
like I'm able to very shine very
you're shining.
naturally.
I'm Matt. That is kind of true. Wait, I'm like so stuck still on you wanting to watch the guy fuck someone else, like, because I'm almost like getting confidence in myself. I'm like, am I like a daddy that like you can only fuck me? Like I don't know.
That's
I feel like
normal.
it's
So Esther, so
What did George just say?
Nikki's like, yeah, it's normal. It
you're
is
normal.
Okay.
Like we're the outliers here,
Okay.
and like it's
Well,
yeah,
no, I
think
don't think it's creepy. Like,
but I don't see why. Like I don't know. I think it's kind of strange when you're in a relationship to expect the guy that you're with to like never come by someone else's.
no,
like,
for sure.
I think it's a
Yeah.
control thing ultimately
It is.
for
Yes,
me,
yeah.
where it's like,
porn.
I realize I'm very much accepting of the fact that you will always find someone else attractive. So therefore I have to pick her.
Yeah.
So I will always pick them. I'm still in control of.
And then you're observing it.
Right.
Yeah, so
and
that's
it's
such a
almost like a
boss-
release. It's a release of my own fear.
Dude, you know what is so much fun? Going to a strip club with a guy.
Yes.
Picking out a girl.
Yep.
Make her give him a dance.
I could see Dave being like, "Oh, come on, Esther. No.
Wait,
and then
yeah.
he's all into it. And like,
Did you go to strip club without us?
I did.
You are so
Bitch.
annoying.
I went. I
With
in
John
New
and
York.
Carlos?
Yeah.
Corinne, I hope was there.
Corinne Fisher.
Okay.
Came.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
Corinne is so funny. She's like,
She's
at
amazing.
Skankfest, like spreading her out. I'm like, their pictures are so good.
She did. She had such a boss night there because she brought her young hot boyfriend and got him all these dances, and it was really cool. And we were just chatting while these hot women are like grinding on her boyfriend.
I did that to a boyfriend once. I had this boyfriend years ago, and I took him. He was so hot, and he came to visit me in Santa Fe. And I took him to this like shitty club named Cheeks, where the
Great
log line
name.
was, "You don't need the ocean to catch crabs." And so I brought him there, and he like wasn't having a good time. I was like, "Come on, like what the hell?" And then he's like, my moms are lesbians. Like, I don't want to see, like, he didn't like me being like into the girls and stuff because his mom left his dad for a woman.
Oh wow, that's
And he was like, "Yeah, I'm not into this."
not about you.
The time that I've had like the guy I was seeing like hook up with another girl, and it was always when I wasn't in town. It was like, you know, he's on a trip with like for a bachelor party or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, you can fool around if you want. Like, don't go down on a girl. Don't like
Are rub and
fuck a girl.
tugs cheating?
Or
No,
rim
but
jobs?
Rub and tugs, like
nah,
massages.
I wouldn't mind it. I would want to hear about it, but
I'd prefer a professional situation than them going and
too.
getting
For sure.
like a girl whose feelings are involved. I don't want like
What guy has ever gotten a blowjob from a random girl at like a bar in like Nashville and gone, I want to leave my girlfriend for you? Like, that's never happened. So I just am like, go get a blowjob, tell me about it. And the thing is, when he has gone and done stuff, he doesn't, it's not like he's like dying to do it. Like, he's not like, please, can I do this? And I'm like, I guess. It's like actually my idea. And he is like, it's interesting because when I'm fooling around with another girl, if I was cheating on you, I would try to keep you out of my mind the whole time. Like, I would have to like kill you in my mind.
right.
Yeah.
So
But
it's
when
almost
I'm
more
hooking up with her,
disrespectful, yeah.
I'm thinking about you the whole time. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. He's like, oh,
romantic.
Nikki would really like if I did this, and I can't wait to tell her about this. And then he saves the story for me until we're hooking up. So he'll, like, the time he did it, he went on a trip, and then we met up afterwards, and we went through the whole day just like not saying anything, even though I knew he had a story and I did know details. He was just like, I'm gonna get something done tonight. I was like, okay. And then we were like the whole day, like, had this fun day. And then like as soon as we started hooking up, he's like, do you want to hear what happened? I was like, yes. And it was like the hottest. It was so hot. And I didn't need to know what she looked like or if her pussy was tighter than mine or any of that. Like, I just like that. I just felt
Yeah, you can't get into comparison. If you're
No,
doing it. You have
no.
to just, it's a completely separate thing.
Yes.
It doesn't-
But that's
don't-
hard, easier said than done.
Yeah.
That's
That's why I know you're always
I
comparing
hope she's
yourself
hot.
to-
It's almost like I don't want to know, because if she's not, I'm like, do you
Yeah,
not get hot girls? Like, am I hope that gives him some clout to me if hot girls want him. And I'm like, good luck. Like, you might be hotter than me, but you're not going to be funnier than me.
Yeah.
I mean, now like hot girls are funny.
I always, no, they're not. They're not.
Look at yourself.
who are you?
I really had times with my boyfriends where I would feel that way, or like guys that I was like hanging out with, I'd be like, I'm the funniest. Like, there's no way those. And then I realized like there are so many guys that do not want
They don't
you to
want
be funny.
a funny woman.
They
Look
don't
at
want
every
it.
comedian
well, Rogan
man.
always says that. Rogan's like, it must be hard to be a girl. Like, guys don't like funny girls. Like, I get so many guys.
Guys,
yes, there are some guys that
just
do.
it's like a type of guy that doesn't like it.
Feminine energy men are not threatened by a funny woman,
Right.
but generally being funny equals intelligent, and it's hard for them to admit. And funny women talk a lot, and men don't like
Yeah.
women that are
Dude,
loud.
if you're a guy and you don't like a woman who's funny, women are objects to you. Saying this to the camera,
No, they
you think
can't
women
help
are
it.
objects because you don't want them to talk, you don't want them to be
You're
funny.
not even funny.
No, but they
Esther.
can't
Why
help
do you- This is nothing you need to fucking talk about.
They can't help it though, Esther. You don't get mad at them. This is the new thing. is like
Not your fight,
No,
bitch.
they think we're objects. We're not.
When you say
I know.
we, are you being hot or funny? in
But
this?
I
'Cause I'm
also
very
said at the beginning of this, I want to be holes. So
Yeah,
hot
we did
hole
start
or the
this.
funny hole?
We should just change the
Or he's a
podcast
guy.
name to
I
Holes.
can't
3 holes. No, it's actually how many holes? 9.
3 holes.
I feel like I was sent to this earth to hurt you, but it never works.
Pardon me in a
No,
gift.
to give you
Yeah.
what you want.
No, they like funny women. They'll buy tickets to our shows and be fans of us, but they don't want to. They don't want to marry. A lot of men don't want to marry funny women because it's like
What
a
are you
loud woman.
saying?
It's just true.
No, but not
that's
good
men
guys.
who are-
It's the guys we don't like.
No,
don't
it's
like
but
us.
it's based
A
on.
loud woman. What are you like? This
I'm
is
not even joking. It's just science.
What if
like,
she has
because
a
a
very
loud woman
deep
doesn't
voice?
help your
Does it
survival.
count?
A loud woman doesn't help men's survival when we were all like
with
thousands of years ago.
evolution. We have iPhones.
I
You
know,
can
but we haven't
survive.
updated to modern. We're
Yeah,
still
we're still
operating
updating.
on like our.
We need Steve Jobs. He was
Yeah.
supposed to update us.
Yeah,
Fucking died on our asses.
It sucks, but like I was even, you could let's just think about the male comics that we know. Like Bobby is obviously different because he is attracted to a funny woman who's
Feminine
like powerful.
energy.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Feminine
by the
energy.
way-
By the way,
no, that
Yes.
doesn't count. Khalyla's super hot. It's like
she is super hot, but she's also funny.
She's
it
smart.
doesn't
If I
talk
know
her-
you could
yeah, she's
pass.
fun.
You could.
I
yeah,
feel like
you
an
could-
object in this room right now.
And I
She's
bet
also soft spoken.
Is your pussy wet?
You have a very like feminine like your voice is like soothing to me and almost
It is
ASMR
so
and
good.
there is a feminine energy to your voice that it's like relaxing and makes me feel
Are you
safe.
coughing
Tell that to
right
my
now?
shoulders.
Oh
Nikki.
shit, I didn't look at you straight on. This is from the side. Okay.
Oh my god, look at her dick.
That's a myth.
Do you guys think you would have big dicks if you had a dick?
Yeah, for
I
sure.
would. My dad's dick was pretty sizable.
Did it fit in your mouth or?
Let me see. But you were kids,
No,
so you
were
gotta
molested by
buy
your dad. I'm
Yeah,
so
you have
happy
to-
for you.
Nikki, thank you so much for being here.
I
Oh my God,
know.
you guys, I could talk to you all day. It's,
You are a-
thank you for being authentic, hilarious women that are so beautiful and
You fit
funny
like a
and,
glove.
Annie, do you need help?
and good
need a-
friends, like that trash each other, but like are also just kind to each other and supportive.
keep
And
each
you're-
other in check.
have good
this
lighting
one,
and good
I
makeup.
just do you see the joy she gets when I trash her? And I just like the divine goes through me to make fun of you. I'm telling you, I can make fun of anyone, but with you, it's like I'm
special.
heaven sent to you.
It is special. The connection is special.
Nikki, what would you like to promote?
Oh,
Her podcast?
yeah, my podcast. I do a daily podcast that's kind of like a morning radio show. You can jump in anytime. You don't have to listen to all the episodes to fit in. And it's Monday through Thursday. It's called the Nikki Glaser Podcast. And that's it.
And you're on tour.
I'm on tour. Oh yeah, that too. I'm so bad at promo. I'm on tour as well, and coming
ADD.
up. Yeah, I know. Denver, San Francisco, Portland, Calgary, and I think that's it.
Are you doing all theaters now, or are you doing
Yes.
clubs still? No.
Yes.
Yay. Well, thank you so much to all of our listeners. Another crazy day where I have to go home and think about what I said and potentially have long conversations at home.
I just let it go. I go, if you got offended, I'm sorry. I definitely didn't mean it. And I just say the things I think as fast as possible because that's how the comedy comes.
Forgive yourself.
Yeah.
forgive myself, I forgive you.
Only make the positive comments, you know.
And guys, only make the
Yes,
positive
there you
comments.
go.
I'm paying this girl
What's
to
her
do.
name? Maybe they could write directly to her.
Portia. Say, dear Portia. Isn't that a great name?
Such a good name.
I love her. She's
Great
wonderful.
name. All right, you guys, we'll see you next week.